Hello, 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 hello. How are you? Good day, good evening, good afternoon, good morning, or whatever it is, or however it is, wherever you are, or whatever time that you are viewing this. I am Big Meach, and this is a Big Meach moment. Now, listen, I'm very comfortable right now, and I have been debating on whether or not I wanted to speak on this subject because it's a hot button topic. I still don't have all of the facts or whatever. I'm going by all the pieces is being put together like everybody else. And I always want to make sure that when I come in to give a moment or some kind of commentary, that I have something to add so that we're not all hollering and shouting and feelings, the same rhetoric and it's just being repeated over and over again and all of that. Today, the death of Shanquella Robinson. That's all in the news. That is all everywhere. And my heart is full because I'm still trying to understand exactly the why behind it. You understand? I'm going to take the perspective because we're post Thanksgiving and the holiday and we're approaching Christmas and Kwanzaa and New Year's. I want us to reflect on the families. And I'm going to say all the families because not just Shanquella, but now we got to look at the families of these kids that was down there with her that murdered her. And for the record, I'm going to say this like everybody else have been saying. Everybody who had a hand in this, including the children videotaping it, including everybody got their mouth all on it and carrying on. Everyone who has a hand in this, everybody needs to serve some time. Okay? Point blank exclamation point. Okay? There is no way around all of this because this here was a complete and total conspiracy based on everything that has come out. Okay. But I want to look at the families as well. Let's look at the mother and father of Shanquella, who let their baby, who happened to be a grown woman, but she's a woman, honey, of integrity. She kept her parents involved in her life and carrying on, a businesswoman, entrepreneur, you know, uh, who now they have to now make some sense of what's to go for her business, how to get through life, struggling with the fact that they have lost a child, getting through this holiday season, which ain't easy when you have lost someone. Trust me, I lost mine a year ago, and trying to get through the holidays without your baby, and then it's senseless, and it had no business happening the way that it did. You know what I'm saying? How about, for those who are faithful and you're trying to understand and have God make sense of it, be like, why God? Why did my baby have to leave this way? Why was this the chosen path? It's not making sense. For the boy, the best friend supposedly who came back from Mexico and sat in that woman's house, knowing what had happened, lying to that woman all this time. And then the facts come out and now he can't be found and this, that, and the other. Embarrassment and shame. And then I'm looking at her father, Shanquella's father, Mr. Robert. I think his name is Mr. Robinson. If that's not his last name, I'm sorry. But I'm looking at it from his perspective. We have a black man who's on television crying about the death of his child. Okay. And y'all already say that, it's a bad rap on black people and carry it on. And black men, we're trying to hold it together. But this man lost his child for something that went viral. And now you have to face the rest of the world with your baby gone. Okay. What about the parents of these folks that's all involved in this? Okay. Everybody who had a hand in this, what about their parents? Okay. What is it that they must be going through? Because it's all in disbelief. My baby you couldn't have done nothing like that. You could not have been involved in this. What's truth versus the lies? Why did you do that? What about the mother of the girl who was fighting her? The one that's on tape. Because apparently it seems as though they may have jumped on her maybe more than once. Okay. Or started some shit somewhere more than once on this particular trip, apparently. Or it's presumably that has happened. But the girl who is actually in the video fighting her, what about her mama and daddy? Bitch, you just went viral. A viral moment. Whooping on this girl who didn't fight you back. And I know your parents taught you better than that. Didn't fight you back, and you kept going and kept going and kept going and kept going and kept going. Okay? Until you couldn't no more. The whole idea that those parents have to deal with the fact that y'all left that baby there in Mexico because you ran, being chicken, being cold-hearted, being whatever you ran. Okay? And then for these parents to understand that they were in a whole nother country, which means that they have no United States protections against any of those laws, any of those anythings down there in that country. Because if all of them get indicted for murder, the United States can't help. The United States cannot help. So now we know what prisons and stuff are like here. We've made movies about it here. We got the stories about it here from those who experienced it. Now you're talking about prison in a whole nother country with something that you did because you want to make a viral moment. See, let me tell y'all something about this damn social media thing, because y'all too busy. And I'm saying us as the adults, we have allowed this thing here, okay, the cameras on these fucking phones, we have allowed them to become the devil incarnate. Now, yes, they are a good tool when used properly. And yes, we have seen some heinous things and caught some heinous things that brought awareness that was needed. But for those who are seeking attention, why did that boy feel he had to sit down there and videotape this so that it could go viral? You videotaping this on purpose. And why don't you fight back? Just fight back. So you're trying to create content so that y'all get their whatever that factory is. Huh? Parents, how come we are not policing our children better with understanding this? How come we are not looking into what the laws are now that we have technology involved? Do y'all realize that there's a certain new set of laws and rules and stuff dealing with social media and carrying on? Do you realize that you have to teach your kids that because they have a camera phone, if your underage child sends a copy of their body parts nude and carried on to their little boyfriend, to their little girlfriends or whatever, that's considered to be child pornography, especially for the person who accepts it? That's considered to be child pornography and sex trafficking, digital sex trafficking, which has consequences. Okay? Think of it like this. If the adults are getting in trouble for having child pornography on their goddamn computers, what the hell? The laws don't change simply because there's children involved and the kids are doing it. Don't we have a juvenile detention? Okay, they don't go to the big house. They go to juvie, don't they? We have separate things for children who commit crimes. This is a crime. So all of us have to be educated on what the fuck all of this means, because none of this should have gone down the way that it went down. Now, whatever the conflicting stories are, they claiming that Shanquella was involved in setting somebody up or whatever. All of that is alleged, and we don't have all the facts on that. We don't know what the hell is going on with all of that. There's a story out saying that the gang and the crew that killed her somehow or another they just stole $10,000 from her. I don't know what that story is. That's a headline. I have not delved into it yet, but they're saying that this is what's going on. Then we got a whole nother story that this was a trans woman that jumped on the girl. Now y'all know damn well, honey, third. But now we are going through all this old bullshit. You know, y'all done bought in T.S. Madison and carrying on. She said something, and now y'all trying to put her up under the microscope or whatever. Because why? Y'all want to have something to fucking talk about. And it makes no sense. It makes no sense. Okay? It makes no sense. The one woman, the cafe somebody on YouTube that did this whole dossier on something she don't know nothing about. Okay? The woman talking out the side of her damn mouth. She don't even have the right terms correct. She made up a whole story based on what she think is going on. You know what I'm saying? All because of this damn thing we call a motherfucking YouTube, we call Instagram, we call Facebook, what we call social media. Everybody trying to jump and break a story. I wonder, see, many of us who are podcasters and carrying on, most of us don't have journalism or journalistic background or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So how many of us really understand what it means to check your sources? Huh? How many of us put the disclaimer up there that something is alleged or whatever? Because see, if you say it outright, did you know you could get sued? So you have to say if this is not fact, if this is rumor, you have to make sure that you say, honey, this is conjecture, this is rumor, this is my opinion. The facts have not been checked yet. Allegedly, this is what has happened. In order to protect your own ass, huh? This thing we call social media, everybody trying to run and get a goddamn story. Everybody trying to run to be viral so you can get paid. Oh, I need this video to hit 10,000. Oh, I need this video to hit 1 million views. And then I can get the sponsors. And then I can and then. And yet this baby dead. This baby is dead. Me and 20, what was she, 25 years young? 25. That's my daughter. Hell, my son was 30. Okay? You understand? How many of us are looking at this and wondering how did it get to that particular point? How many of you who are thinking about doing some copycat bullshit because you think that, oh, this is too cute? How many of y'all are in that mindset of, oh, yeah, we're going to jump this bitch and wait a minute, this is how the setup going to be? How many of y'all are planning shit like that and have not thought about the consequences of what your parents are going to think about and feel and how they feel if the shit go and you get caught and then it's discovered that you done did it? Huh? What about the parents of this baby now? Shanquella's parents, they can't get her no more. Okay, they got to sit down and create a funeral. They had where they've already memorialized her. You know, they have pictures and memories. They don't have the baby no more. Simply because you want to do some fuck shit and go viral because you want to record it. So you can get likes and comments and shit. Don't know nothing about the other country that you're going to. Don't know nothing about their laws and how their government works. And yet you kill somebody. And then on top of it, and now all the other reports are saying that the doctors did come. So there could have been a way that this baby could have been saved. This baby could have had help. She could have been paralyzed, but she would have been alive and this, that, and the other, whatever this is. She could have been alive. But according to what has been reported, y'all decided to stick with y'all's story of her being having alcohol poisoning. And then declined the doctor to take her to the hospital. Now, what kind of shit is that? If this is at all true, but it has to be some truth in this because everybody is reporting that this is what happened according to the doctor's report and carrying on. So now, not only is this premeditated, baby, this is flat out murder in another country. What are your parents going through right now? Everybody whose lives you touched, what are they going through right now? What the fuck are you going through right now? Because see, now you're not so high and mighty no more. See, shit done got real. Ain't that what the kids say? Oh, shit done got real. Oh, it's real. It's real. Cause see, here's what I think. I really think that y'all wasn't trying to kill her. Y'all just wanted to hurt her real bad. And it just so happened that. See. But why did y'all wait to take her out of town and out of the country in order to do some fuck shit like that? Y'all could have did that at home. Y'all could have jumped her at the house, at the club, at the bar, at the whatever. You could have did that at home. But y'all waited to go out of the country. And you know what? Let me add a component to this because I'm talking about Shanquella. I'm going to get into some gay shit for a minute because I want to connect the point. Okay. Because y'all heard me say this about Black Gay Pride, where we got all these children coming in town here in Atlanta. They come in town. You spend all this damn money to what? To fight and then to tear up somebody else's fucking property. Same here. Y'all spent this coin to go to fucking Mexico because y'all devised a plan to hurt this girl. And then you out of the country. Spending all this money to be out the fucking country to hurt this baby. And then it went awry because now she dead and then you left her there. Yeah. Let that marinate for just a minute. Let anybody who's listening to this, who feels as though it's cool to sit down here and go out of town because don't nobody know me, I can get all my dirt and carrying on that bitch, I'm headed back. See, I need y'all to think about bullshit like this. Because what you don't think about are the consequences. What happens when shit go wrong? Huh? And this is completely wrong. And you see, they handled this all the way wrong. All the fucking way wrong. Y'all didn't have enough sense to lie and say, oh, we were sitting up here, we was wrestling, and she fell and hit her head. Y'all didn't do that. Y'all couldn't lie yourself to get her some help. What y'all did was stuck with the lie of her having alcohol poisoning so y'all could be blameless. So you thought, trying to wash your hands of it, and it all backfired because shit was recorded. Now here's the question. The video that went viral, I want to see it in its entirety. Because how much has been recorded? Because what we see is just the fight. How much of that has been recorded? And then I just saw the fight, and I didn't recognize that she was nude or whatever. I didn't pay that any attention. And I don't want to watch it again to see that because the reports are saying she was nude. I missed all that because I was so caught up in this fight. And then this little bitch on the damn camera talking something, oh, you just ain't gonna fight back? And I'm mortified because the girl was like, and when she said, no, I'm not gonna fight back, she's okay. Because she's like, why are you doing this? And you can hear that in the tone of her voice when she said, no, I'm not gonna fight back. You know? And oh, that just hit me. That just hit me like that. I'm sorry. Can you imagine? Whew. Just being jumped. Can y'all imagine what the fuck that feels like? And these are folks that you trusted. You know, y'all not playing this trip, and these are folks that you trusted. These your girls, your home girls. Hell. And your motherfucking gay ass best friend set up there in your mama's house after they done killed you. He done videotaped you being killed. Ain't got your back. Ain't got your mama's back. Don't give a fuck about nothing. Sit up there lying to this woman's face and she trying to figure out what's wrong with her baby. Why y'all leave her child? Ugh. Yeah, I'm a crybaby. Because if that don't touch none of y'all, honey, that's shame on you. That should touch everybody. That should touch everybody. See, for those of y'all, when we get talked about and carried on, because, yes, I may be in your business, but, bitch, we come to this club together, we leave together. And if you got to hook up, then, bitch, you bring this motherfucker by this table so we know who the hell he is, so we can have some kind of ID, so we can sit up there and say, no, he's 6'2", he ain't 6'5", he's 6'2". No, he's not as broad as we thought he was, honey. We need to make sure so that we can have a check and balance system. But when the playing field was level, because these supposed to be my homies, bitch. We down here doing the thing. My business is booming. I got a hair care do-I-diddy. I'm an entrepreneur, bitch. I get to sit out here and spend my money the way I want to because I earned it. And y'all on some fuck shit. For real. And this baby dead. And everybody up in here, up in this bitch we call social media, y'all want to sit down here and get mad over the wrong shit. Y'all want to sit down here and what you call Photoshop bullshit. Talking about that was a man that jumped on her, which changes the conversation completely. Now they done debunked all of that to tell you stupid ass motherfuckers that was a lie. I ain't heard nobody come out and say, oh, hell, my bad. I ain't heard nobody else sit up there and say anything about, clickbait and all that kind of bullshit. Ain't nobody came and retracted shit. Nobody. But yet, y'all want to throw my sister T.S. Madison under the bus because she said, no, that wasn't trans. That was one of y'all's. That was one of her own. A biological female. That's one of her own. That is not trans. And then a bitch want to sit down here and say, oh, y'all done made this an issue that ain't got nothing to do with y'all. Bitch, stop. How do we get here when this baby is dead? Also, fuck shit that the children are set up here and did because y'all lured this baby away from her home and her business into another fucking country and killed this girl. And the conversation that went into some fuck shit that ain't got nothing to do with that. Nothing. And then you want to sit down here and wonder why folks get upset. Wonder why all these different videos are coming up and wonder why. Yeah, this shit. We letting it go too goddamn far. We doing too much with this shit. We doing too much. Too much. And ain't got enough sense to reel that shit back in. Why? Because they have learned how to monetize this shit. And everybody trying to go for the likes and the clicks. Everybody want to have their own little fucking reality TV show on YouTube or on Facebook Watch or whatever the goddamn hell you trying to do. No. The big thing is everybody now got their own Roku channel and shit now. Ooh. We done went Roku and Apple TV, and now we can Spotify and put my shit on Spotify and Black Effect Radio. See, we got all these different platforms that could catapult success. Not that that's a bad thing, but when we look at the fuck shit that's not making sense, and we look at people and their intentions, okay, look at the content. Look at the goddamn content. We get shit to people purposely. Put shit up here talking about how many of y'all been on YouTube? Oh, sad news, sad breaking news, sad about the death of so-and-so. But like, they ain't dead. Or it done caught you off guard because you're like, wait a minute, I didn't hear nothing about this. So you click on it, and then they give you a dossier, little do-I-did. Ain't got nothing to do with nobody dead or not. It's clickbait shit. Because everybody trying to get paid, trying to chase a bag. And yet this baby dead. This baby is dead. Here, her parents, her siblings, her cousins, her aunts, her uncles, grandparents, her entire world now is no more. Her business has got to now. I hope that somebody know how to run it, but if not, it's got to fold. Young woman, I just want y'all to think about that for a minute. As the pieces start to unfold and this continues to unravel, because it's going to get a little bit more messier than what we see it. Okay, it's going to be some hard conversations. It's going to be some hard feelings because Mexico didn't want to touch this at first, but now they have no choice. They have no choice. And to show you that the laws over there are different, when was the last time y'all heard of what do they call this? The feminization, death of feminine. Wait a minute, I got the. Let me wait a minute. I'm fucking it up. I want this right. And the Google ain't doing right. Wait a minute, sidebar. If y'all having a problem with Google that not loading properly, because the bitch this damn thing is taking me through changes. But anyway, whatever the word is that they calling this shit down there, that there is the death of a female. Okay, that's a whole separate crime on its own. Death of a female. Okay, I can't call the right word right now because my mind is gone. Okay. But this is how we know we dealing with something that we ain't got no shit like that over here in the States. You hear? Do you hear? Labor camps. We know out of the country, overseas prisons in Canada have been known for labor camps. They've been known for abusing their prisoners and carrying on. That there, honey, you can look at the date lines and the night lines and all those kind of programs, honey, on investigative reports that show you how they treat, especially be it American citizens. You know, a lot of countries don't like us. A lot of countries do not like us. Are you talking about an American in a prison that's not on American soil, and created a heinous crime such as murder? And these are babies. Babies. Yeah. But you did it for the likes. You did it for the gram, huh? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Everything has a motherfucking consequence, children. Everything has a motherfucking consequence, good, bad, or indifferent. It's called cause and effect. And this here finna going to bite everybody in the ass that there are no winners here. There are no winners here. None. None. I'm Big Meach, and this is a Big Meach moment.